Hi everyone, this is Alchemist2 again, back with another film review, as usual. This time I saw a movie that's called The Lovely Bones. It's based on the book of the same name. Now, I've never read the book, but personally I thought this movie was really intriguing. It's different than any other film that I've ever seen made. And basically it's about this young girl. It takes place during the 70s, and you can tell that from the music and the clothing. But she is murdered. I know that gives away a little bit of the plot, but there's no way for me to get around that. But it's actually just fascinating to watch, and you can't turn away from it. It just makes you think so much about the afterlife and souls that don't quite make it to heaven and get stuck in what I like to call limbo. It's really unbelievable how they depicted limbo in this film, I thought. Just that, what they call the in-between, which I think is another good name for it. But it's a very different, unique sort of film, and I didn't know any of the actors well except for Mark Wahlberg, who I thought did a outstanding job as the father, just showing his emotion, especially when he loses Suzie and trying to cope with it in the only way that he knows how. And just to see his vulnerability and just how fragile he is. And there's a lot of symbolism involved in the movie, and if you're really observant, you'll begin to notice it. And there are a lot of things that are depicted with symbols rather than through words and actions. And I thought that was refreshing to see, because you don't see this very often, and it came across to me as almost sort of like an art film as well as something surreal. And I love this movie. This movie is very well done. It's spectacular. The special effects are breathtaking, just awe-inspiring, and leave you mystified and wanting to figure out whether everybody else is going to unravel the mystery as to who is Suzie's assailant, her murderer. And it turns out to be the most unlikely person, the guy that you never would have thought could do such a despicable thing. And of course, at the beginning, we all know who he is, but the other people involved really don't have a clue, because he's very methodical. He's very fastidious in the way that he presents himself, and you would never suspect someone like that. But he's just got this factor about him that gives you the heebie-jeebies, and in the movie they called that the skeebies. But and he does give you the skeebies. But he's just he's a very interesting, to put it lightly, character, and you want to hate him. You just think, oh, you're a sick person. But anyway, I give this movie 4 stars, definitely. If you haven't seen it, yeah, what is it? Oh, okay. Just a minute, I'll be with you, right? Sorry about that. I'm making a recording. I'm reviewing a movie. Can you hold on a minute? Yeah, I do. Just in a few more minutes, alright? Sorry. Dad doesn't hear very well. I can't wait to get my own place. Anyway, excuse me. I just shouldn't have had an outburst like that, but This happens quite a bit. Anyway, before I lose my train of thought again, if you haven't seen this film, I would definitely recommend it. It's unique, it's different, it's intriguing, holds your attention, and just the way that everything is put forward and the symbolic nature of it is, I think it was just outstanding. I really, really do. And just, it has this whole air of mystery and mysticism, and I especially like the scenes of the in-between because it's just so ethereal, and the colors are the brightest colors I've ever seen. It's just for the sheer effect of seeing color in a film, it's just absolutely breathtaking. And as an artist myself, I I was knocked out of my seat. I thought, that is absolutely gorgeous. It's the most beautiful yellow I've ever seen, and these different shades of colors and camera angles. The camera angles themselves, I would say, pay attention to the camera angles because they depict a sense of mood and also an underlying tension, especially when Suzie meets her neighbor for the first time. Just, I would point that out because you will get the sense of foreboding that she does. And I thought, that's a really interesting way to depict that, and well done, whoever decided to use that particular camera angle, and just different camera angles, different scenes, and just the way they did this is just artistic and just so interesting. You can't stop watching. And Michael Imperioli, the only character I knew, was very handsome as usual, and he played a detective. But he plays a clueless detective. He plays a detective that gives up before he has really started to unravel anything. Well, he just doesn't have any idea what's going on. He just doesn't listen to reason when he should, and you just think, oh, you idiot, you're just worthless. But anyway, he plays a guy that's concerned, of course, and I think that showed a lot in his character, and that was probably his only redeeming quality in this film. Later he sticks it out and he figures out what's exactly happening, and then the whole mystery is put together, or the puzzle is complete, so to speak. But as a film itself, I really think this is just outstanding. It's fantastic. It's fabulous. There are not enough adjectives that I can use to describe this film, but if you have a chance to see it, especially if you are a daddy's girl, see it with your dad. Your dad will appreciate you for it. It's just, I really give this film 4 stars because of just how unique it is, and how it depicts so many different emotions, and just life itself, and it just makes you appreciate life that much more. And even if it is a fictional story, it's marvelous in its own right. So if you have a chance to see Lovely Bones, by all means, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it.